G'day, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Today I'm setting up my kegerator. It's been a long time coming, this kegerator. I got it in early October and I've only just now received the gas bottle. So I'll be setting up that up today, but that's a whole nother video. So what I will show you today is on Sunday, just gone, I went down to Metal Brewer's house. You'll know Metal Brewer from the Cellar Dweller forum. If you don't, sign up to the forum and you soon will. I found out he just lives around the corner, and he was brewing an all-grain pale ale on Sunday, so I went down and did a little bit of videoing. It's not really an instructional video, but it'll just show you what we did. I'll give you a look at that. We started heating 13 litres of water up in the boil pot. We were just using AEST for a mash tun with some piping in there that we'd hacksawed slots in the bottom. Well, Jamie had anyway. Did a good job too. So we brought that water up to 72 degrees. Strike temp.
Get the STC and put it on there.
Bit hard to see that there. The grain bill was 3 kilos of 2-row, 1 kilo of wheat malt, 250 grams of carapils and 250 grams of Crystal 60. As soon as the water was up to strike temp, of course, we added it into the mash tun. There was no need to really warm the mash tun on this day. It was a very hot day.
That's for 12.6, but we put about 13 in here.
Next we start to add the grain.
That's the best bit.
Giving it a good stir so we don't get any dry spots. Dough balls. Too many dough ball jokes have been told without me telling any more.
Maybe it's easier or something. It's a bit of a technique you got to learn, I think. Fold the bag and. I mean, when you're talking, we're only talking 4.2 kilograms, something like that. I think something like that. Like, when you're talking a double batch of a big beer, you're putting 12 kilo grain in. Probably pretty hard. Put that sweet stuff in there.
What temperatures are we looking at for
The mash?
the mash?
65-ish.
Nice consistency.
Any dough balls?
That's pretty good. Once we've finished stirring all the grain in, just take a quick temperature check.
Actually hoping it might sit up a bit higher.
We're just about spot on.
Cool. Perfect.
So we just put the lid on and wrapped it up.
That's good, cool. I know it's only you sitting there though. Might just get the top. We'll be able to keep an eye on it though.
Wrap her up. Oh, I don't think we'll lose much today, mate.
Nah, not at this temperature.
Not that's going to matter. We're mashing this one for 60 minutes. So anyway, it's been sitting there for 60, and we're going to step up to 67 degrees by adding 3 litres of 75 degree water. You know what I mean? Like, mix it into the top, but I wouldn't go.
Probably went a bit rough then.
That's alright. It's going to settle again.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of liters of runnings off first. But I've sort of seen people.
Oh, it smells good.
Okay, thanks.
stir.
Give it a bit of stir. Oh, smells really good.
Nice, the foam sitting on top. Alright, so let's mash out. Talking.
Just check our temp. We wanted to be up a bit. About 67. And we thought we'd use the digital thermometer
A bit of accurate one.
so we could keep an eye on it. We wrapped that up and leave it for another 20 minutes.
Clogging.
Here we're just taking the first runnings,
Yeah. Pretty clear, isn't it?
and they came out surprisingly clear. Surprisingly.
Got the jokes on it. I'll block that hose up for a sec. There you go. Can you get that on the camera? That's clear as already.
It is, isn't it?
There's no grain in there at all. I'm not even going to recirc that. White bucket too, gives you a good view.
It's fairly dark, isn't it? It's nice.
And then boiled it.
Oh, I smell it.
Flat out.
Yeah, she's done.
She's done.
First runnings, done.
And I reckon we ended up with
That's a fair bit.
17 litres of first runnings.
Now we're just heating up the sparge water. It was 16 litres to 72 degrees.
We're sitting at, not losing temperature now, we're sitting at exactly 80 degrees. I'll put a bit of gold in there.
So we just pour that back over the grain bed.
There's the bed.
It's a nice solid grain bed.
Switch out that.
Give it a stir.
Oh, that looks like a lot of water, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
So after we'd given it a good stir, we just put the lid back on and let it sit there for 15 to 20 minutes
That's 16.
just to settle again.
Right, 15-ish.
First runnings going
First runnings into the
pot.
pot.
Look at that.
Start
colour.
that heating up to boil.
And it's clear. See-through.
Clear as a
Absolutely
bell.
transparent. Might have a bit of grain sitting in the bottom of the bucket. Look at it.
No
Look at that.
bugger all.
No, nothing in there.
And we start to take the second runnings. This time they did come out a little bit cloudy. There was a bit of matter in it.
It's a tiny
So
bit
we end up
cloudy, something to worry
recirculating it.
about, I don't think. It's not like there's lumps of grain coming through. Or
No.
anything.
Coming out pretty clear now though. Might do. Might try
Yeah.
to sneak it back in quietly.
Yeah, it is cleared up a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't bother
Really
with the colander or anything like that. There's a fair amount of water over the grain bed and we were just careful, pouring it in carefully.
Oh, it's bloody hot.
Yeah, we do.
But all grain the proper way.
And this time it was much better. That was all we had to recirculate.
So we've recirced the first couple of litres for the second run.
That's coming through a bit clearer than it was before.
Yeah. Just back to the tube to fill up.
It's coming through a lot clearer than it was. Yeah, you haven't got half the
No,
junk that was on there before.
that was pretty cloudy before. There we go. Just filled up there. Solid run.
Anyway, that was the second runnings.
Second runnings in. Clear, 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 clear.
Had a little bit too much.
Might stop there.
Yeah, we should.
Get that for a starter.
That's okay.
29 litres.
Perfect.
So we probably would have ended up with 31.
Yeah, yeah.
We start the boil. We got a tiny bit of boil over. Just turn the gas
Can you
down
turn off the heat over, off,
a little,
off or down or off?
and
Turn it down a bit.
it was fine.
Straight back on.
Straight back to the boil.
Good.
Nice rolling boil.
Right, we've got the clock running now. We're going to go for a 60 minute edition. We've got 25 grams of private England. Can you get them in there?
Pop up again. Oh no, a little bit.
Now, one thing you can do when you first put those first batch of hops in, you see there, they always foam up a bit, and a lot of them can stick to the side of the pot. And at this stage of the boil, there's no harm at all in wiping those bits of hop
Actually, so you should be
back
rolling
into the
this.
boil.
Go
You
right
don't want to
down
do it later on in the boil when there's a bunch of other junk stuck to the side of the pot, but at the start of the boil it's fine to do it. I didn't record every hop addition,
Give me the numbers that I need to
but this is the Werflock going in. It was dissolved in water. All the hop additions will be on the link down below. Click that and you'll find the recipe. Next minute, that was the last minute, 25 grams of Cascade. 1 minute boil. Then we turn the heat off, of course, and it's straight to the ice bath. We didn't have a water chiller on that day. Unfortunately, I had to leave, so there's not much more footage from here on. All he did was cool it down in the ice bath, whirlpool it, and put it in the fermenter, and add the yeast. Okay, that's it. Cheers. I'm going to get to getting this kegerator together. Happy Home Brew Wednesday.